Okay, so before we do anything, the game has awarded us with another spirit. This one is of Mappo, a robot police chief from the GameCube life simulator Gift Peer. I know that was really sudden. That's a sudden way to start the episode, but sometimes the game will just pull you away from what you're doing and take you to the challenge board and just award you with things. So there are a few exclusive spirits there that I do want to get. Speaking of exclusive spirits, this is the spirit board. This can be accessed whenever, regardless of where you are in the campaign, even if you haven't actually started it yet. And basically what it is a bunch of different spirit battles. There's a massive pool of spirit battles, and a bunch of them are randomly selected and placed onto the spirit boards. What you can then do is you can take them on and try and take the spirits for yourself. Now, I actually do have an FAQ just off screen, which highlights which spirits are unique to the spirit board and which ones can be found in the campaign. I'm just going to be going for the unique ones. First of all, is MagKid. This is particularly interesting, so while I faff around building my character, let me explain who MagKid is. MagKid is the protagonist of a DS game in which you had a peripheral which would actually wrap around the DS and would leave a trackpad on the back of it. So what you would do is you would play this game where you're shuffling this little magnet around the screen by moving your fingers around the back of the DS as if you're moving the magnet with your finger. It's a really cool idea. I don't know how much longevity that game had, but I love the way this battle represents that gameplay. This is PictoChat, the DS-themed level, and thanks to the Devil Assist trophy in the back, the DS screen is being pulled around and pushed around in a way that usually wouldn't be possible. That's a clever way of showing that game off as far as I'm concerned, so there we go. And one cool thing you do have to do, once you've defeated a spirit on the spirit board, is you actually have to capture it. And this is where the capture minigame comes in. I am startlingly good at this, despite the fact that my timing is usually garbage. I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I'm just made for this game. So if you're fighting a low-level spirit, the ring doesn't go around nearly as fast. When you get to Ace or Legend tier spirits, that's when it becomes ridiculous. It's just basically a saw blade you've got to try and perfectly shoot into. But anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm giving you a brief idea of how long it takes for me to skim through the FAQ and figure out which characters I can and cannot get from other locations. Because if I can get it in the campaign, I will. I won't get it here. That would kind of kill the point. And it turns out the next one I can get is Ando Kensaku, right here. This one was fun to research. And Kensaku was a Wii game. It was a minigame compilation created in collaboration with Google, if you can believe it. The game was basically built around the idea of guessing how many Google results would appear for certain stimuli. Again, researching this, I was mind blown because I'd never heard of this, but what I like about this battle is that Rob here is obviously the character itself, but Game & Watch, spamming his number-based judging move, is basically a representative of Google search. What with him being, you know, randomly generating numbers, and the whole impetus of the game is to guess results. Yeah, I'm currently fighting Google. And I just kicked him in the shins. Fuck off, Google. You evil fucking company. So there we go. That's And Kensaku. Far more interesting than you may have originally thought. And that gives me electric resistance onto whatever spirit I attach it to. Next up is Wooper! I like it when we get to Pokemon, because I don't have to research these. I know these off by heart. I did a whole LP of catching these things. I did several LPs of it. So, Wooper is a little water-type Pokemon introduced in Generation 2, hence the being played by a Squirtle. And when he evolves, he becomes Quagsire, who is water and ground type. To represent the ground typing, earthquakes come into play. Well, they would have done, but I killed him a little too quickly for them to actually cause me any issues there. And that is our cute little Wooper, who helps to boost our water and ice attacks, which... water makes sense, ice not so much. Wooper is not much of an ice type. Anyway, another challenge has been completed of collecting 10 spirits. That got me Agatha, the bug girl from Twilight Princess. She loves her bugs. Next up, we have Garnith from Fire Emblem. Garnith appeared in the first Fire Emblem game, Shadow Dragon, as well as its sequel, Mystery of the Emblem, and the 2 remakes of both of those games. He is a bishop slash dark mage slash sorcerer. He has a lot of different job titles. Basically, he's a dark wizard, and to represent that about him, he is spamming Robin's Down B, Nosferatu, which is a black magic spell, and an annoying one which steals your health, so that's causing me issues. You also have the fact that the ground can put you to sleep. That makes sense because dark mages and bishops, particularly in newer Fire Emblem games, can also use staves, and putting enemies to sleep is something that, you know, stave users are able to do. I'm not sure if Garnith himself ever does it, but there you are. And I have to say, of all the battles so far, this one might be causing me the most issues. It's just... knowing that he can steal my health at any time is quite irritating. He keeps equalizing it. Like, no matter what I do, he just equalizes it. Kirby hasn't got much in the way of a slam dunk, aside from maybe the cutter. Fuck. Oh, well. If he were a smarter AI, I would have died there. He could have easily killed me. Whatever, maybe that was just a moment of mercy from the dark wizard there. Who knows? That's Garnith for you. Easy win. And he helps boost your fire and explosions. Makes sense. Alright, next one is super easy. It's a novice spirit. It is Tektites, the little jumpy spider crabs from The Legend of Zelda, the original one. Tektite is here being played by Ivysaur, one of the few quadrupeds available in Smash Bros. And, wow, that was easy. About as easy as an actual battle with a Tektite would be. Nice. Well, points for accuracy, I suppose. As I just booted you into oblivion. I haven't even got like a level 2 or 3 or 4 spirit. Oh well. Anyway, next up is River Survival. Kind of odd for a spirit to not be a character, but there you go. This is actually a mode in Super Mario Party, which had all of the players riding around in a raft, competing minigames, and trying not to die, trying not to drown, as you went down some rapids. I love the choice of level here, the Donkey Kong level, because that gives us straight up water rapids and a raft as a stage. And this particular level, I love it in theory because it is quite literally just a Mario Party minigame. It's dodge the bombs. Don't even bother trying to fight, just stall it out. Kirby's good at stalling, so enjoy your stalling. If you can, just turn into a rock as much as you're able. Turn yourself invincible. Float off the edge of the stage. Tell Bowser to go fuck himself because he keeps getting in your way when you're trying to stall. And just 10 seconds left. There we go. Very nice. Fuck off, Bowser. Fuck off, Bowser! Damn it! Alright, let's do it properly this time. I've got this. Okay, 10 more seconds left. Fucking shit piss. Alright, third time's the fucking charm. 10 seconds. I lost my jumps. Alright, this will be the one. God, this one was a pain in the dick. Ugh. I'm just gonna hover off the edge. There we go. Victory for me. Hooray. That is the river survival. Survival in massive finger quotes. And that gives you immunity to tripping over and falling, which... okay, that could be very helpful. That would have been great for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And our next battle is against Wendan from Osu Tatake Wendan. This was a DS-based rhythm game, where little circles would appear on the screen in time with a song, and you'd have to tap the circles and then drag them along little paths, all in rhythm with music, or to help these male cheerleaders inspire whoever they were assigned to inspire. It was spiritually successed by the game Elite Beat Agents down the line, and more recently, more prominently, is the freeware game released for PC, which I believe is just called Osu, and there are so many customizations of that. I like that the gimmick here is that it's a bunch of Ryus using their focus attack, the attack where they do the most extravagant poses, as a cheerleader would. And I like that it's on the Tomodachi level with all the normal-ass people, all of my Miis. There's me. There's Turbo Vicky from Monster Factory. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Okay, I should probably explain myself right now. Myself and my friend Sam like to do 8-player smashes, where it's me and him fighting an army of Hitlers. That is the reason I have Hitler as a Mii on my Switch. That's the only reason, I promise you that. In fact, oh god, he's just standing there in his plaid. He's so blatant. Oh god, stop going into that room. Stay out of that room. Fuck off, Ryu. Oh, what a faux pas. I should probably edit this out, but... At least you have context. I like to beat him up. A Nazi bastard. Alright, thank you, Osu. Join my party, join my squad. They give me critical health stats, so that makes sense. When you're on edge and when things are looking bad, they come in to save the day. And bring the best out of you. Next up we have Hammer Brother from Super Mario Bros. 3 and a lot of later Mario installments. Hammer Brothers... wait, no, not even Mario Bros. 3, they were in the first. Yeah, they were in Super Mario Bros. Even. And they were little bastards who threw hammers in a really erratic fashion that would mess you up real good. Thankfully, in this particular battle, it's just a Yoshi throwing his eggs, which aren't that damaging. And when the actual Hammer Bro does turn up, you can beat him up because he's an assist trophy. And you should, because those hammers really goddamn hurt. So there goes Hammer Bro, number 1. And here goes number 2. Here goes number 2. Getting there, nearly. Anytime I think of Hammer Brothers, I can't help but think of the 2 Hammer Brothers from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, I believe it was. The ones that spoke in Leet speak. They were the worst. They were absolutely the worst. Well, now that memory is just flowing through my head, let's take that Hammer Brother, who is actually a primary spirit, so that's pretty neat. And next up we have Abomasnow, the ice and grass type Pokemon introduced in Generation 4, and the evolved form of Snover. Abomasnow is a mix of the Abominable Snowman and a coniferous... I believe it's coniferous, I believe that's the term. A snow tree. A snowy tree. He's very, very weak to fire-type moves, but that's not really being reflected at all in this battle. Instead, we just have a very icy-themed battle with a lot of freezies. ground that if you stand on it for too long will also freeze you. So, yeah, for me, the difficult part of this fight is the maneuvering. Just trying not to stay on the ground long enough to get frozen. Thankfully, with the freezies, if they get to, if a Bomber Snow here, big finger quotes, gets up to high enough damage, I could just freeze him to death. Come on, freeze to death. Or I'll just kick you. If not that, I'll just kick you to death. That works too. You weren't ready for my ultimate strategy, which was just not standing on the icy floor, jumping a lot. The true meta. Thanks, a Bomber Snow. Oh, dang, he actually does give you fire weakness. That makes sense. He is quadruply weak to fire. Next up is Prince Saruno from Zukute Utao Saru Band. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This was a piece of DSiWare in which you had a little band of monkeys and you could get them to auto-generate music for you, or you could write songs for them. It was just a little simulated digital band. Not really much more to it than that, being represented here by a squad of pretty generic Diddy Kongs, if I'm honest with you. Just a bunch of monkeys. But that said, Diddy Kong is probably the most annoying goddamn character in this game, so I'm gonna lose my patience very quickly if this fight doesn't just end. Buckle to my hammer. Or my rock attack. Fuck off! Diddy Kongs! There we go, there goes one. There goes two. Oh, not quite. Ugh, it's the bananas that get me. Diddy Kong could just summon a banana, which is a pretty debilitating item and can lead to some horrible combos. So, yeah, having to deal with a whole bunch of those. Get very dead, Prince Saruno. Saruno. Filthy monkey. There we go. You look like a child's drawing. I know that's the intended art style, but you look like a child's garbage MS Paint drawing. And you, for some reason, allow me to resist aura. Interesting choice there. Oh, hello. Another spirit. It is Zero from Metal Gear Solid 3, who was one of the founding members of the Patriots and Big Boss's ally. That probably makes very little sense if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid. Anyway, next up is Cutman from Mega Man, one of the first robot masters that Mega Man had to face down with. In fact, ideally, because his level was the easiest and he was fairly defeatable, it was highly advisable that you went for Cutman first when presented with your options in the first Mega Man game. He was particularly good against quite a lot of the other Robot Masters as well with his cutting boomerangs, so it was worth taking those. Anyway, Cutman's being represented by a pair of Links, both throwing boomerangs like bastards. But, yeah, can't do shit if I could just eat your boomerang. And then eat you. Take that, Cutman. Kung Fu Cutman, you are not. Alrighty, so I believe that's another primary spirit. Yep, there we go. Very nice. Ooh, okay, we next have Mo, the ally character from the Starfy games, a bunch of platformers for the Game Boy Advance and the DS, where you played as a starfish. Mo here is a clam. I think I already said that. But along with being your confidant and being your cool friends, to my knowledge, and I didn't look into this too much because spoilies, Mo has a surprisingly tragic backstory involving the loss of his mother. That doesn't really pertain to anything in this fight because, you know, I'm sure the only reason he's defensive is because he is a clam. But there you go. If you needed to know about his personal life, apparently it's not great. And he's causing me some grief. Get out. There goes Mo. And... shoot. It's a good thing that I'm landing those, because they are harder than they look. And the last thing I want to do is flub a bunch of those and have people get angry at me. Alrighty, so this is Salsa from Mother 3. One of the highest games on my list in terms of games that I really need to get around to, because everybody holds them in such high regard. So... yeah, Salsa is a monkey who is forced into servitude by the game's villains, the pig masks, and they basically coerce him with a shock collar. So upon rescuing him from said collar, he actually joins as a temporary party member. That said, most of the mother characters are a bunch of psychic super people, so Salsa's whole gimmick is that he is just a cute monkey and has lots of monkey tricks. And in this case, monkey tricks is being symbolized by a shitload of bananas. Lots of bananas. This is not too far from the Prince Saruno encounter. But, you know what? I neglected to research why Wario is here. So, you know what? I'll leave that up to you. If any Mother 3 fans out there, if you'd like to fill us in. Why is Wario here? And in that coloration? I'm going to assume he's a stand-in for maybe Salsa's handler, or someone closely associated with Salsa. I still need to play Mother 3. Let's take this spirit. There we go. That's our monkey. Finally, for this episode, I managed to find Metal Mario, who is a 3-star, and I'm pretty sure will be a good stand-in for the Mario spirit in the main campaign, so... let's get ourselves Metal Mario. He first appeared in Super Mario 64, when Mario got the metal cap. He was also a, what do you call a penultimate boss? He was also the penultimate boss of the original Super Smash Bros. And of Super Smash Bros. Melee's Adventure Mode, in which he was an absolute fucker to take down because he has so much attack and defense. Which, you know what? I think that's what they're going for with this level. I think that's what's happening. I'm fighting an absolute fucker of a Mario who has too much defense. Even after I hit him with multiple laser swords, he barely seems to flinch. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna be here a while. More Metal Mario facts, I guess. The actual icon of him was the one where he's leaned up against a bunch of tires. So, if anything, this is actually the Metal Mario from Mario Kart 8, which... yeah, that's one of the first instances of Metal Mario being used in a non-combative sense. It almost begs the question, like, is Metal Mario, as we know him now, a different entity to Mario, or is he just a Mario with infinite power-up? What is Metal Mario? The true philosophical questions are coming out in this LP. Fucking hell, this fight's gone on so long, he's managed to pull out a final smash. But, you know what? Good, because so will I. As soon as he stops running away from me. Get down here and fight me, you cowards. I'll keep throwing this at you. Don't think I won't. Don't think I won't use my item magnetism to pull it back down to me, like that. Like a Jedi. And then throw it at you again. This is a proper little Star Wars fight, apparently. Come on, just get over here. Get down so I can sword you. Sword. There we go. That did fucking nothing. God damn, Metal Mario is so beefy. Oh yeah, the difference between ace level battles and advanced level battles is night and day. This is so much harder. But fuck! I thought you were gonna get me there. I thought he was actually gonna kill me with Flood. Come on! Just get bapped real good. A couple of times, please. Oh god, I could die at any moment. One more hit and I'm done. Get out! Get... You're annoying me. There we are. Dead! And you dare recover from that. There we go. Got him. His poor recovery was his only downfall. And now I need to land this, otherwise I don't get him. There he is. Got him in one. Again, I'm very, very lucky that I'm so surprisingly good at that shooting minigame. Next time I see you, we'll be back in the campaign.